today I thought we'd take a little look at sex education in Ireland in the 80s for girls. Anyway, it goes without saying before I get into the video that if there are little people watching, this is not an appropriate content for them today. There are lots of nice videos about cereal that you can watch on my channel, go watch them. I recently posted a video where I talked about how Americans, well, some Americans have those dough babies and the egg babies and the flour babies that they have to look after in school.
What? It's for a school project.
And that prompted a conversation about how Irish sex education is. It is fairly non-existent in schools. A lot of schools today in 2020 are multi-denominational and very progressive, so I don't know how it works now, but certainly when I went to school, they were mostly run by the Catholic Church. I actually happened to go to multi-denominational schools, but still the influence was overwhelming.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
I do remember at one point that the girls and the boys in one of the schools I went to got separated, and the girls learned about periods, and I don't know what the boys learned about to this day. But I do know that when we came out, we had gifts from the Tampax company. Our talk was sponsored by the Tampax company, and that the boys then got really angry because we had presents from our talk, and then some of the boys took them off us, and then they proceeded to run around, and when they realized what they were, there was a lot of screaming and cowling in fear. Cowering. I pretty much got my education through having a lovely dialogue at home with my parents. It was all very modern and open and easy, and I never had a birds and the bees talk, and the idea of a birds and the bees talk makes me cringe. Ugh. But I guess that's what we're looking at today. I don't really know what context these videos were used in. Maybe that will come out. Maybe they were just played by parents for kids who didn't want to talk to their kids. I did have one friend growing up whose parents told her nothing. She learned everything there was to know from a book that my mother had given me. I think her parents expected her to find out in her wedding night, which, well, she learned a bit sooner than that. Also, if you're here and you enjoyed this video, do be sure to subscribe for more randomness. Otherwise, the next time you go to have sex, you're not gonna get to. So 80s. Look at that hair. Ooh, what's going on between those two? Ooh. Sex education for giggles.
Hello, I'm Angela, and over the next few sessions,
Angela,
we're
I
going to be
legit
together,
thought you were the former president of
talking
Ireland,
about
Mary
you
Robinson.
growing up, your body, its changes, and a lot more. And I think you're going to find it fascinating.
I hope so.
Everything is based on love, and the person who loves us most of all is God. So let's start by asking Him to help us to understand about it all.
Oh, Jesus, we're saying a prayer.
Dear Lord, I want to invite you to be with us as we talk together about growing up.
I'm not
Because
sure I would have
you are the
connected those
inventor of
two
people.
subjects, but okay.
You are the one best able to understand us and help us to understand and love one another.
Sex and love are the same thing.
So this is the newlywed couple here, and they're showing their love for each other by lovemaking. Lovemaking
I don't
just
think they
means
are right
making
there,
each other
Angela.
feel loved. How do you make a person feel loved? Well, you give them kisses
Right in the
and
middle of the
hugs, and
church.
you hold them close. But between a man and a woman, it's a bit different.
We're not
Because
bringing
when they hold each other really
other
close
genders into the
and
equation
give a
then
long
today.
kiss and a warm hug, they tell each other that they're beautiful and everything like that. And they also have a bit of a laugh because they are the best of friends. And then something happens. In a very short time, because they're so close, the man feels his penis becoming erect. That's straight, hard.
Oh my God,
And the
Angela.
sperm coming down into it.
Oh, I didn't expect
Like
it
it
coming
did
out your
when you had
mouth.
a wet dream. Now, while the sperm is coming into the man's penis,
It feels
the
like
woman's body is getting ready
teacher.
to receive the sperm. It's amazing, you know, how God made it. Because while they're making love and being happy together, the woman feels her vagina becoming kind of
I don't know.
slippery
It's
inside,
no. Oh, it's
so that
just
the
very
penis
awkward.
can easily slip in and out. No trouble. So he slips his penis into her vagina, gives her the sperm, then she has the sperm. Then the penis slips out.
Why
and
is it
that's
so
all.
weird?
And that's
Oh
called
no, because she just
sexual
said a prayer.
intercourse.
Oh, it's just weird. Oh
Some
no.
people call it having sex.
Having
So
the
the man
ride.
passes the sperm to the woman,
Oh.
and now his sperm is in her.
Well, not necessarily, Angela. There are condoms.
Maybe you're wondering if a mistake could be made and a man could pass water instead of semen and sperm when having sexual intercourse. But that can't happen because there's a valve which closes to stop the urine coming when sexual intercourse is taking place.
Well, I learned a new thing. I never knew that before.
Now, possibly you're saying to yourself, oh, I'll never do that. It's awful. Because, you know, when you hear about it first, it sounds very strange. But God has made it really lovely, an exciting and pleasant feeling.
That's what they're finishing on. Oh my gosh. There is a part 2. I'm utterly enthralled. I think what makes it so awkward is Angela starting with a prayer, and the fact that she looks like the former president of Ireland, and the fact that she just doesn't look like she should be the one talking to us about this. And I also think she's a little misinformed on a few things. But hey, we learned that you cannot pee while having sex, so I, an adult, did not know that before.
That is brand new information!
So let's start with the basics.
Okay?
We all know that girls' and boys' bodies are different,
They are.
and that's fine. Maybe you'll laugh when I mention that, because you may feel quite shy about it. Anyway, let's be quite open about it. With a girl, down between her legs, there are 3 openings. You use the front opening when you go to the toilet and pass water, and the back opening is for when you go to the toilet and do the big job.
I don't do that.
And there's a center opening between those 2, which is called the vagina. Now, today we're going to look at the boys.
Oh.
Do you like that? Boys have their sexual
like
organs
that?
on the outside of their bodies. They have the penis, which is like a little tube. And some people call the penis funny names like John Willie or something, but we'll call it its
John
real name, penis.
Willie. Like he has a first
Sometimes
and
when you're married
last
first,
name.
you do it a bit awkwardly, and then you have to laugh together because you don't know everything yet, but you learn together. It's very automatic and natural and happy. And the couple might try it in a different position, and one might say to the other, oh, that's a much better way. That's much more comfortable.
This is definitely one of the most awkward things I have ever watched on this channel. Well, I don't know that Angela was the right woman for the job, but she got the job done. I definitely feel like that was not a modern take on your sexual life in 2020. She was excluding a lot of things and limiting a lot of things. And if that's your choice, that's cool. Go for it. I'm not turning this video into a sexual education thing. This is awkward. Let's go to Chewy and let him do the shout outs today.
Hello everybody, Chewy here. Today I have a couple of shout outs of my patrons. The first shout out goes to Kim Sparks, who wants to say a big thank you to all the teachers in the world. She says they have a daunting task on a good day, much less during the days of that thing that shall remain nameless. That's a very good point, Kim. They're doing a really good job right now. Thank you to all of them, and thank you to you, Kim. The next shout out goes to Terry, who wants to shout out everybody who is struggling with mental health issues exacerbated by COVID. She says the days are getting shorter and there is less light during the day, which can also contribute to feeling down. So please take care of yourselves. That's a nice message. Thank you, Terry.
And that's it for today's video. I'll see you on the other side. Bye. And that prompted a conversation about how our sex education consisted of just don't have... Our sex education did not exist in my school. Anyway, let's watch these videos and see what we learn. Anyway, before we get into the video, do be... Anyway, it goes without saying before I get into the video. It goes without saying before I get into...